Just trying to understand, as our capex push moves forward, how much of it or how much of the focus is going to be on R&D, where we are no longer dependent on, say, transfer of technology, we are at the cutting edge of what we want to do in this space?
Yes, so I would say that the government is doing its bit, not only in defense, but across the board. I think you would be aware that 2/3 of the R&D spend in this country is done by the public sector. The private sector has to step up more, particularly in this area of defense, where technology is the king, and the difference between you and your adversary can often simply be the level of technology that you're using. So yes, this is an area where we would request the private sector to also provide increasingly for R&D funding. There are one or two examples of companies who are doing that. I don't want to mention them because it's not appropriate. But in addition to that, of course, the DRDO has developed a good licensing model for giving its technology over to the private sector without any royalties, and that those initiatives are also bearing fruit now with certain types of platforms that I had mentioned earlier. So yes, it's a common sort of push that is required both in the public and the private sector to increase R&D support. The government is already doing its part, we will do more, but the private sector also needs to step up, because end of the day, this is something that I had mentioned before the CII's annual business meet as well, that if you are getting into the defense industry, there are two things you better have. You better have a full-scale engineering department, and you better have capital equipment on your shop floor. If you don't have either and you are here to make a fast buck, then this industry is not for you. Here we want you to invest for the long road, invest in R&D, invest in capital equipment, and invest in the human resources to provide cutting-edge weaponry to our armed forces, who, as all of you would have seen, have just shown their mettle during Operation Sindoor.